Oh, shiz! We are live. I almost screwed up our 7 seconds. I almost did it twice right there.
I literally said it in my head like 7 seconds.
You're like 7 seconds.
Fuck.
That's all we have to make it. We're at 12 seconds. We're good.
I know.
But, and that fuck is with a PH. No, but this is Pull Up a Chair, episode 88. And goodness gracious, great balls of fire. It feels absolutely great to be back. Kicking off a blessed, wonderful, beautiful, Sleepless Saturday with the good brother SupaFriedSnuka pulling up a chair.
Yeah, we back.
And we got the cast off. Everything's good. We're getting range of motion back in the crab hand. Things are going good. It's bulk season over here for SupaFried. It feels great to be back. So how are you feeling, Snuka? How's your September been? We got to wake up Billy Joe Armstrong soon from Green Day.
Damn. September, fall, weather changing.
As you can tell, I've got the long sleeve going, no sweat. That's important.
As shout out Pat McAfee and the boys. T's and P's, positive T's and P's. Everybody, thoughts and prayers. Everybody dealing with that hurricane down there.
Oh, Hurricane Helen, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Helena?
Helene?
Helen?
Something.
Probably Helen.
Oh. It's
Hurricane
hell on
Helen.
earth.
That's
I'm not trying to make a joke about it, but truly hope everyone all right because we're going to start getting that rain.
I saw the movie Crawl is literally happening to people in
There's
Tampa.
purple on the radar.
There's alligators like rummaging through the streets. I was like, I've seen that movie. That's Crawl.
Give me my AR. If it comes in my house, I'm going to shoot.
Oh, for sure.
I don't want Pete on my ass.
There's no chance I'm going to look at my carpet and there's a gator in my living room.
Yeah, I'm not coming down my stairs and wrestling a gator. I'm shooting it. Sorry about it. Do you pay property tax? I do.
That's the craziest thing.
You have the whole outside.
Going to make a PB&J Sammy and then just a gator just chilling in the corner.
Right, bro. I'm giving you half. Shut up.
They look ugly, too.
No, they're pretty cool.
They look like grenades.
Cool.
Remember Jersey Shore with the grenades? They look like grenades.
Well, they
as far as animals go, they're the grenades.
Well, they have survived hundreds of millions of years.
Which is dinosaur level.
Literally.
Shit.
No, literally nuts. They were back then and still today.
Like, it's funny when you're like, how old's that croc? And it's like, he knew Jesse James.
Well, fun fact, I believe, is it crocodiles?
That croc knew
or alligators, I forget, because the motherfuckers with the teeth, they don't have a life expectancy. If they don't get killed, they don't die. That's like absurd. If they don't have like affection or something, they'll live forever.
They had hit up their homie the Stingray to take out Irwin.
It's literally like once they get tired of living,
they're just like, I'll die now.
What is it? I'm 80. I'll get 15 more. Then we done.
I'm just gonna chill over here and do this gator shit.
I'm not doing 100 years though. Fuck this.
Fuck this life as a gator. Let me reincarnate as somebody. Shit.
I'm back as a crocodile. Fuck.
I came back as the op. Like,
that's just a distant cousin. That's a cousin.
Well, like you said, T's and P's. Yeah, thoughts and prayers though to everybody dealing with that hurricane. That is some absurd shit. But with also that being said, I did want to say a couple RIPs, just bring down the mood, and then we'll bring it right back up. I promise you. So it has been a while since we've done a pull up a chair, and like I said, it does feel great to be back. However, it does not feel good to have to say this. Since the last time I was pulled up a chair, we have unfortunately lost a couple main people, not just only in the culture, but a lot of people that meant a lot to us. With that being said, I do want to say a big RIP to Rich Homie Quan. I know they just released that song Cry about a week ago. I like that a lot. I saw that the funeral service went great. Seemed like everything went really well for it. There was a couple good speeches. I saw DC Young Fly spoke. He spoke really well.
That boy been through a whole shit ton too. Damn.
Yeah. And I didn't even know this, but I guess he was really close friends with Rich Homie. And that's why I was like, damn, it sucked seeing him go through that again. But I actually think he delivered a great speech.
Yeah, he did.
R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan. Drink up for you. And the other R.I.P. is for a prominent voice, at least in my life growing up, and I know in a lot of other people's, not only childhood, but teenage years and adulthood. And I think this one makes us all feel a little nostalgic, especially us. But R.I.P. to the late, great James Earl Jones, who was the voice of not only Darth Vader, but Mufasa, Countless roles, countless movies.
Remember.
Anytime you hear that voice, you knew who it was.
Remember.
You could always tell, like, if I needed anybody to narrate life and just be that voice in my head at all times, I would pick James Earl Jones. So with that being said, R.I.P. James Earl Jones. And I do not know her last name. Apologies right now. But R.I.P. to the late, great Maggie as well, who was actually, oddly enough, she died a year after on the same date that the gentleman who played Dumbledore passed away.
Oh.
So it was kind of like I saw at Universal, everybody held their wands out outside the castle, kind of had like a little moment at the park. So R.I.P. I know there's other R.I.Ps that I forgot about as well. Unfortunately, that is something that we deal with. A lot of people tend to pass away, and it is real. So R.I.P. if I forgot about anybody's name, I do apologize, but R.I.P. to those great people as well. So with that being said, you ready to have some fun and dive into some nonsense in the simulation that we call life? About a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
This is a simulation?
I think so. So,
shit, you just woke me up. God damn.
I need to light up
my boring ass life, man. Why'd you have to put the Matrix on me?
I got to light up a cigarette for this one.
Ew.
So, they got him arrested in his hotel lobby. Diddy has been arrested on account of God only knows all the charges. Somehow he managed to rack up so many charges that all the guns and drugs he got busted with aren't even on the list of charges.
Well, that's because you could.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
They ran out of room.
No, it's just that shit.
They were like, we can't charge him with all these things.
Well, no, they could. It's just those are the ones that would get thrown away anyway. Because he could be like, well, you know how many people I have in my house?
Rumor was it that Cassie or somebody said that he was going to pull up on Suge at like a diner, like a hotel.
Yeah, good luck.
Like a hotel diner.
Yeah, good luck. I'm not saying.
I don't know what year supposedly he was supposed to do this, but I'm like, dude, you're P. Diddy. Why are you sliding on hotel fucking diners?
Time now. P. Diddy not slide nowhere. First off, he hired people too. Suge rolled up on people. So yeah, good luck rolling up on Suge when you now a person that rolled up on people.
Suge would have been like, bring it on.
No, you would die. Suge would have been, you trying to what? Boom. Yeah, let's walk. We gotta go. Like, well, he just threatened my life, so I ended his. That's how it used to go back in the day. When there was less forensics and less evidence and less ability to coordinate and decipher who did what. I always say, I wish I grew up back in the day. Like,
what you mean by that?
40s to 70s, mafia times.
Oh.
Because, like, what camera?
Oh, dude, I'm the first to say you can't commit crimes anymore.
They used to.
You're going to get had?
Listen to this.
If you have your phone on you, you're going to get caught.
I'm not telling you something I heard, or not telling you something I read, tell you something I heard from a family member. My grandfather. They used to. Who was that? Not saying anything more because I don't give a fuck about
statute of limitations. I think you're okay.
No, it's just people don't need to know his connections to who and what because none of your all fucking business. Come find out. They back in the day, they would kill somebody and just leave the gun with them because you couldn't do that. Like, well, if there wasn't fingerprints on it, that's it. So, and there was a point where fingerprints it became a discovery. Like, oh wait, if we use some dust, we see something, and then the database happened, and now we are where we are today. But there was a time before all.
Back in the day, if there wasn't cum on the scene, you probably weren't catching.
Not even that. You could
semen, no case.
You could have left on the gun. Like there was nothing. They didn't do shit. Oh, we didn't see who shot him. Sorry, he's dead.
We didn't see who shot him, but there does appear to be.
Did anybody see?
There does appear to be some cum here on the gun.
There's a dead man.
We don't know where it came from.
A dirty weapon.
No pun intended.
And anybody see who did this? No. Damn it.
Well,
that's what it was.
I mean, Diddy with the guns. I mean, that's just the smallest part of it. But how about let's talk about the baby oil. I'm more interested in the baby oil because first off, 1,000 bottles of baby oil is fucking insane.
Bro, there's COVID. He had to make sure he was stopped. You heard about monkeypox coming out? The government was about to try to shut us down again.
My thing is, like, I just imagine, what do they do that? What do they call the people that grocery shop for you? What's the app? I should know. I used to work at a grocery store.
Uber Eats now, fucking DoorDash does it. Everything.
Yeah, what's the one though where like you go in the grocery store? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I do my own shopping.
Oh, I can't believe I'm gapping on this.
I'm not a lazy fuck.
There's an app that like you can literally put in your grocery store list.
No, I know.
They go in there and they pick it up. I forget what it is.
Someone to go do something I can easily
imagine
do.
What I'm thinking though is
it saves me time. How much money you spend?
But imagine being the guy that has to buy all the baby oil. Like he looks at the order and they're like, as much as you can get. What?
Did you see the
That's the fourth time this week.
I didn't click it. I saw a headline and a screenshot. Don't know if it's real or fake. I'm gonna go with fake. Instacart. I don't know.
Instacart. Thank you, good brother Doomer. Instacart.
It was like I'm gonna say it was probably fake, but apparently his lawyer came out and it was like, oh, he orders from Costco in huge bulk, and it was like Costco came out and was like, we don't sell baby oil in bulk.
That is actually true.
That is hilarious.
That is true because they came out and was like, hey, that's like
yo, that's not true. We're not getting dragged into this shit. Hell no. Just because we sell bulk, we don't sell that bulk. You went straight to the factory, my guy. You know the owner of Johnson & Johnson. What the hell?
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, bro, he was ready for a pandemic.
Like, okay,
here's
the thing I'm thinking.
That's 3 years worth.
One, I need to know where it was. I need to know where it was immediately. Because
that's down. That's
in the tunnel?
That's the bunker.
Area. That's the bunker?
Or the safe room.
Because I was going to say, there's no way that's just out in the open.
No, he probably has.
There's no way I'd take a piss in your house and I notice that much baby oil and I don't ask you about it.
You remember my parents' house? How it's a ranch?
Yes.
That's how big it is. He has that underground for storage. Like multiple, Like that's how rich people do. They have their safe house underneath in a safe bunker and then a safe storage space.
Imagine like the party runs out of wine and he's like, hey, can you just go grab a couple bottles from the cellar real quick? Yeah, no problem, dude. And you like go down there and you're like, you look over and you're like,
oh yeah, it's in the wine one.
Hey,
he has it chilled. He has it chilled. Oh yeah.
What's up with all the rags and the baby oil next to the wine downstairs? And what's up with that unmade bed?
What? There's a 50-foot bed in the backyard. That is.
Also, why is there a parade of kids coming through this tunnel at 2 a.m.?
Allegedly.
I need to know what's good with that too, brother. Where are they coming from, dog?
Allegedly.
How'd they get here?
That one's allegedly.
Who brought them here? Oh, my God.
Was it Kamala with all the immigrants?
It could have been anybody at this point. I'm seeing they're mentioning Michelle.
Is she on the list?
They're mentioning Barack. They're mentioning French Montana. I heard Meat get fucked. I think that's Meat getting railed. I'm not sure.
That from the bodyguard or whatever?
Yeah,
that was tough. I didn't listen to it.
That sounded like a bat getting blown out.
That's why I read the description. That's what it said. Or the comment of it, not description.
I'm not going to lie. I'm dedicated to the pod. I listened to the whole thing.
I was at work, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
All of a sudden, that dream's
I heard the bodyguard. It was like him talking. He was like, yeah, I turned a corner. I heard cheeks getting clapped. And I was like, yep, slide it. Next. Because I knew it was man on man. How he said it. Like the tone of his voice, that wasn't no girl.
And like, I mean, there's so many names that have came out to be associated. Jay-Z, Beyonce.
Everybody. LeBron.
Anybody that Diddy has ever taken a picture with is now guilty.
LeBron, how bad does that look? Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
That ain't a good one.
I hope you left before 1 a.m.
That ain't a good one.
Like Cat Williams.
I saw,
Shout out Cat Williams.
What was another one that was bad? Oh, somebody was like, because Vince McMahon tweeted in like 2013, he was like, Raw's over. Thank you for hosting. Time to go hang out now. And I was like, ooh, that had to be a nasty hangout. That had to be just a foul hangout. Vince McMahon and P. Diddy, goodness God. Baby oil and shitting on girls? Oh my God, that's a nasty show. I wouldn't put it past.
Yes.
My thing is about all this. Let's tackle it from this perspective. Because remember, I was a Diddy fan. I love Diddy. I did. I was guilty. Huge fan. Where are you with just how everything has came out now? I'll never listen to him again.
No, I don't. I never really. I can't say I didn't listen to him. I didn't put him on. If he was featured on a song, like because he produced it, whatever, something, okay. But I didn't listen to it. Like,
So like, when he dropped his album last year, you didn't run to it.
I've
like
always
I did.
been under the assumption he had Diddy or not. He had Tupac killed and Biggie, so I ain't like that motherfucker. Since like 2004, once I started discovering Pac, and then went down the rabbit hole.
I do believe that Diddy had a hand in that. At the very least, he had a hand in it. Was he?
Which people that started Bad Boy with him when Biggie was there? Which people are alive?
Supposedly that's why he pushed so hard for Biggie to go to LA.
It's just Diddy. Diddy's the only one alive.
Because Biggie was like, hey man, I really don't think it's a good idea. They kind of fucking hate me.
East versus West.
And he's like, we're going to make some money out of it. Go for it.
Yeah, no.
Like, you got it, dude.
You sure?
Oh, you mean there's people threatening your life? Don't worry about it. You're good.
You got it. We're going straight to Compton. Yeah, so I ain't like, I ain't care about him ever.
Are you surprised at this news? I was at first, but now I'm not. If that makes sense.
So with me being a conspiracy theorist and reader that I am, surprised?
I mean, he laid breadcrumbs for 25 years and just nobody cared. There's many interviews where he talks about, oh yeah, there ain't no party like my parties. We do this, that, and the third. And it's like, well, this, that, and the third are all really bad things to be doing at a fucking party.
Yeah. And
he's like, oh, we're mixing the punch. And I'm like, that's drugging girls. That's okay, I guess. In 2002, nobody batted an eye when he said that on Conan.
How old was Justin in that? Like 16?
Oh, God.
15?
Justice for Justin.
Yeah, we're going to go over there for 2 days and then we'll come back. What?
No cameras, no phones.
No adult, no parents. He's minor.
He's a 15-year-old boy.
New Ferrari, though.
Literally looks like the poster boy for pedophilia. What Dave Chappelle say? I'm no pedophile, but Justin Bieber, he's probably up there on the list.
I feel bad for him. He got slaughtered.
Justice for Justin.
He got slaughtered, man.
Justice for Justin. You got Pink kissing him on the neck. Who deleted her tweets?
When you see all those like lined up back to back to back and all this threads now, it's just like, holy shit.
And my thing is like, it was so oddly normal then that
and he literally stopped. Pink was like, what the hell? Like, reverse the roles.
Oh, God.
Jail.
Drake.
Me too. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
That's how shit go.
And they did that bitch in broad daylight.
On live TV.
Crazy.
For the world.
And then I love how now, 10 years later, we're like, yeah, that's kind of like
face.
that.
He's like, yeah. Like,
we're all just like, that's funny. That's Pink being funny.
Imagine if a 30-year-old male did that to a 16-year-old girl.
Over.
He's not making it off the stage. Someone's beating his ass.
Will Smith would come up and get another slap in.
It would probably be Stone Cold throwing a star. Who the? Toosh! It's a real one. Like, you feeling it. Your neck getting broke.
What do you think this is all going to lead to?
That's the thing.
I think he's going to get on that stand and he's going to sing like Adele in Vegas.
If they don't kill him, he's not eating because he's so worried.
That's withdrawal.
No.
I did see this one meme.
No, that's
somebody was like, the tweet was like, Diddy is not eating in fear of paranoia of being poisoned, and somebody quoted him was like, nah, homie, that's withdrawal.
So no, it's like in a relationship, if you're cheating on somebody, you're already like when your partner or whatever, or your girl, it starts being a little funny, like just has a bad day at work and doesn't talk to you. That person, the cheater, will automatically assume, oh, they're up to something because I'm doing it. P. Diddy has killed people and had people killed in the past. Allegedly.
He tried to burn Kid Cudi. He tried to literally he set Kid Cudi's car on fire.
Probably knew about Epstein. With how all that went, I guarantee he knows that they will try to kill him because he will talk. Because he was an informant for the government.
Diddy a Fed. Kanye was right. He's a freaking Fed.
Who crazy now, motherfuckers?
No, there's a lot that's going to unfold.
Beggars can't be choosers, bitch. This ain't Chipotle.
Shout out Chipotle.
Yeah, fuck them.
But,
ain't sponsoring us.
You're not going to give them the endorsement?
Hell no, unless they pay him. Fuck them.
Word. But no, I really
pay with free food too. That's what.
Do you think he's going to get time? Because that's the other thing. People are like, well, if he's going to get time, how much?
If he goes to trial. And then it all depends on what he talks.
Do you really not think he's going to make the trial?
Hey, bro, in this world, you think he's going to survive? With how many people he has on that list? You don't think everybody in that jail is already on high alert?
I got some pushback for you.
A correctional officer can be bought out easily. Fuck the inmates. They're all rich, famous inmates. R. Kelly in that bitch singing. I got a get free. No, nigga, you stuck.
Watch that. That gets me during the battle.
I mean.
Or during battles.
I was at a concert. Black man told me I could say it.
Oh, boy. We're off the rails.
It was the artist.
They're trying to pull up a chair.
He was on the stage. He was on the stage. Did you see that video that was just on Instagram? Like, it was literally a concert, and the one guy's singing, and his friend on the mic is like, white people, you can say it. White people, you can say it. Every time he's like, white people, say it. White people, go ahead. It was hilarious.
How much time, though, do you think he is going to get?
I could see, with how much he had, I could see with all his information, him being on house arrest, him being under watch. He's not going back to all of his money.
If he doesn't make the trial, though, this is going to look too weird. You know what I mean? They can only hide shit in broad daylight for so long.
Well, that's the thing, is that...
you can't just come out like, Diddy died in the cell, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, but see, they did it once. They already did it. See what I mean? They already did that. They already did it.
And everyone was like, what the fuck you mean? Oh, cameras mysteriously went out?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So you can't do it again.
And that's why he's not eating. He don't trust shit right now. Because he wants to make...
Again, he dies after a meal, that's going to look weird.
But then he's dead and he can't talk. Who the fuck cares if it's weird?
But what about the dude that goes, that's weird, he ate, and then an hour later they're coming to his cell, he's dead?
Well,
that's different.
And I bet the autopsy will come back, he had a heart population.
And exactly, that would be weird.
Well, something happened.
At that point, there'd be too many questions. It would be no, you got to answer.
Because the government can... That's what I'm saying is, if he gets to trial, he has information... He was a government informant. He said, y'all ain't protecting me no more? Then y'all are all fucked. All you senators and congressmen and former presidents and or whoever was involved. I'm not going down alone. You had me out here 20 years getting all this information. Now you want me to take we're all going. J-Lo, A-Rod, boom, 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 boom. That was just a celebrity.
Ben Affleck said, hold on there, dude. Yeah. I'm getting away from that girl, brother.
Ashton Kutcher out the country.
She's trying to chop me out, dude.
So, government can say whatever the fuck they want. Trump was off the rails. Everyone's saying cats and dogs. Look up Ohio shit, Springfield. There's police reports from years ago that people are stealing cats. Haitians are stealing cats. That's true. He went off the rails, said it in a horrible manner because she ticked him. But then she didn't get fact checked on saying there are no active military members in a combat zone right now. Sean Ryan on the
That's why Diddy was armed to the teeth with ARs.
But that's a lie, though.
He needed to come correct.
Who
are you gonna call? P. Diddy.
Military people literally went on TikTok was like, yo, where the fuck are we then? We just took out a whole insurgency. I guess we're not in a combat zone, boys.
And meanwhile,
I guess we get to go home.
It's just Diddy in French Montana.
But no, they can do whatever they want as a government because they have the power. They have the money behind them. If Diddy is the one now, they're like, oh, fuck. If he gets to trial, who knows what he'll say? Who knows how much he'll let go? We can't let that happen.
He's going to sing like Aretha Franklin at WrestleMania 3.
No, there's been people that have fasted for like 45 days, no food. He'll make that trial if he wants to. If he doesn't make the trial, it's not on his decision. That's what I'm saying.
Well, his lawyer already said that he is not suicidal. and that he's not eating due to paranoia.
Exactly.
Maybe withdrawal. That's you neither.
Your body can eat your own fat. He'll be able to eat. He'll be alright. He's gonna get skinny.
What if he Shawshanks it? Like, what if you just like Diddy dug a tunnel, and they just show him like boogieing and shimmying out the tunnel? Not ruling it out.
Anything possible, baby.
Yeah. In conclusion, though, on Diddy, man, we just got to see how it unfolds. I do want to see him make the trial, though.
I hope he does. Golly.
However, now that we can put a bow on talking about Diddy, we can also put a bow on summer 2024.
Yeah.
And they said which was just a couple weeks ago, but like I said, it's been a little while for us, but I did want to talk about it. So they crowned for the summer 2024 Song of the Summer as I Had Some Help, Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen. Do you agree or do you disagree before we dive into the history of Billboard Song of the Summer? I disagree. I'll start it.
I didn't. No.
Look, I liked I Had Some Help. I liked I Had Some Help, but I personally think that the Song of the Summer was either a bar song or Not Like Us. A bar song being Shabuzi.
Yeah. I would give that over, Wallen.
Like, I feel like I've heard both of those, like the Not Like Us and a bar song.
Way more.
I just heard a bar song in Walmart.
Post Malone and Wallen were just the most recent, hottest. Because they were at the end of the summer. Mid to late summer, they dropped.
Yeah. It went number one and it fucking stayed there.
It kind of was a song that mellowed over the Drake-Kendrick beef. Because everyone's like, oh, I got this new shit.
That and a bar song were the only two songs I saw that, like,
other than that.
That and $1 Million Baby. That was the other one. You know what $1 Million Baby is? I don't represent, baby.
Yeah.
But Morgan Wallen, though, did get 2 back-to-back songs of the summer. So to go through history, 2023 all the way back to 1998, I'm going to speed it. 2023, we got Last Night. 2022, we got As It Was. 2021, we got Butter. 2020 was Rockstar. 2019, Old Town Road. 2018, In My Feelings. 2017, Despacito. 2016, One Dance. 2015, Cheerleader. 2014, Fancy. 2013, Blurred Lines. 2012, Call Me Maybe. 2011, Party Rock Anthem. 2010, California Girls. 2009, I Got a Feeling. 2008, I Kissed a Girl.
You want me to put it bluntly for you?
2007, Umbrella. 2006, Promiscuous. 2005, We Belong Together. 2004, Confessions Part 2. 2003, Crazy in Love. 2002, Hot in Here. 2001, You Remind Me. 2000, Bent. 1999, Genie in a Bottle. 1998, The Boys.
Let me give it to you bluntly.
Hit me.
Not Like Us didn't get it. They're not giving a gang member affiliation and a diss track Song of the Summer on Hot Hit 100. I'm putting it blunt. That's the honest goddamn truth. And then Shabuzi, they're not promoting a young black man to get rich. I'm putting it 100.
So they're like, we're going to go with 2 corn-fed white boys. Talking about I Had Some Help.
That everyone likes and appreciates and loves. And that you could slide in and everyone's like, I could see because it was really hot. And then they don't have to make Shabuzi even hotter. They keep the white man up top. I'm putting it bluntly. I'm not saying it's the 100% truth, but read that list again. I don't see a lot of black names. Black Eyed Peas, maybe.
21 Savage on Rockstar.
Who's Rockstar?
Lil Nas X, Old Town Road.
Okay. Yeah, but Lil Nas X.
That's
the whole country. That song is the same verse. Old Town. It's a country song.
Take my horse to the Old Town Road.
He put country artists on remakes. So it's like.
Umbrella, I Got a Feeling. Oh, Confessions.
Okay.
And then Hot in Here.
Well, Not Like Us. I'll say this. They're not going to push Shabuzi to make another black man rich or more popular. Kendrick's already popular. Rihanna, Umbrella was already popular, popping. Rich. Kendrick, Not Like Us, affiliated with gang and a diss track. Ooh, we're too white for that.
Yeah, good brother Doomer said Lil Nas X. Yeah, with the Rocks or with Old Town Road.
Yeah, that song was the only one played that summer though, and it's not promiscuous.
That song may have caused COVID. Now that
it's not promiscuous though. It's not like us.
It was safe.
It's not like
Old
us.
Town Road was safe.
And Lil Nas X already had his popularity and fame.
I feel like he blew up and then vanished all in the span of a year.
Get in, get out, baby.
Like he was the biggest thing in the world, and then crickets.
Cat Williams.
Like
I turned down $50 million 4 times. Protect my innocence. And that booty hole.
You think Lil Nas was a demon? Demon in disguise? I like Lil Nas.
I don't know. He could have easily been just diving into it to get his money up and then get out. Like any publicity is good publicity, they say. Everyone loved to talk about how much they hated him. Like, you're still talking about me, motherfucker.
That's true. So, speaking of something that people are still talking about, which they've been talking about ever since it was released, I know over the summer.
And one real quick on Lil Nas X. This is not a slight by any means. He's not your typical black man.
He fits a different mold. Word it like that.
To where if they push him, it's not pushing a gang member affiliated person that reps it. He might have.
He had a lot of kids as fans.
And
there's ways to word
and
that.
he was. He came out and said he may be bisexual, and that was a huge.
I don't think anybody debated that. That boy was twerking.
Yeah,
he was throwing that thing.
But that was a huge movement that time.
That is true, and he did help push that and further it. So shout out to Lil Nas on that. However, though, what people have been talking about, which has been stirring up the timelines now for weeks, I know we kind of talked about it during the summer. There was a report that Miley Cyrus was going to be the halftime show. However, that is now not the case. And not only, well, Kendrick didn't get the song of the summer. However, though, he did get the Super Bowl halftime show. How do we feel about it? I know I've had 3 weeks of thoughts that I've held in on this, and I've been really excited to talk about this.
I mean, he had one of the hottest songs of the summer. The hottest, in my opinion. If not the. In my opinion, it is. Had a biggest rap beef.
Since Jay-Z Nas. Hands down.
Where it went worldwide attention.
Yes. It was Godzilla Kong.
So, you pick the winner. You take the winner of the battle.
To perform at the Super Bowl halftime show.
If Drake would have won, Drake's the performer. If his songs would have hit.
I disagree.
I don't.
Because it already came out that he turned it down not once but twice. If that's 100% true, I don't know.
Right.
But
fair.
It came out by multiple sources that supposedly he's turned this thing down twice. He turned it down when Rihanna did it. And he turned it down when somebody else, I forget. Maybe Maroon. No, that was too early.
Okay, so I'm not saying
it was Rihanna though, and somebody else.
I'm not saying he didn't get asked before, but now you can't be like,
oh, Weekend. When the Weekend did it, he was offered. So Weekend.
But now when he says it coming out now, it seems like you're bitter that you didn't do it. It seems like you're upset, or not upset. You're upset that they chose him now, and he's getting more publicity over you. But it's at the time they asked you, it wasn't worth your time. You're making way more. You're going to have to pay for your own show. It's not like you need the streams. Like Rihanna, she got a huge bump again in all of her music. Drake was the hottest artist. I don't need bumps in my music, fam. I'm good.
I'm number one.
You see my jumbo jet? I'm good.
I'm number one on the Billboard.
So, and then you have to put up your own money for the show, and you have to work with other people that aren't your company production and how you know like shit. You have to integrate. It could have been a huge hassle. But now coming out and talking on it like, oh, well, I already got offered twice. Well, bitch, you said no. Don't be bitter that I said yes. Like, don't be upset. I said, oh, look at me. Oh.
That is kind of how it came out. Was him trying to be like, hey, you like, finally got the offer.
Say you pulled up in a new car like, bro, look at this new shit. Like, bro, that's fucking dope for you. Or if I was just like, yeah, that's a 2014.
I could have got that.
Like, I had that 2 years ago. Like, that's how it comes off. It's like, oh, why didn't you get the new? Like, it's just like, I already had it. No, you didn't, because you didn't do it.
Do you think,
and I'm not saying he didn't get offered, but I think at the time when he was offered.
Do you really think it's the right year for Kendrick to do this? Like,
if not now, he's not the person to come back out. Like, he's not the person. He's okay with being in the shadows.
So you're saying he's got to strike the iron while it's hot?
Why? That's a lifetime achievement to perform at the Super Bowl.
Don't get me wrong. Before I say anything that I'm about to say, I absolutely love Kendrick Lamar. I'm super happy that he got the halftime show.
I don't think he'll get offered again. So I think he knows that, and it says we'll ride this and might as well do it.
Did he only get offered this because of the beef?
Yes, he's the hottest artist.
And there's not an issue with that. You don't have an issue with that.
He has great music and a great catalog he can pull from for a great performance for this halftime show. I think his catalog, I'll go one step further, we'll dive into this. I think Kendrick's catalog is more suited for a Super Bowl performance than Lil Wayne's.
Which you knew that's where we were going.
But with that said,
and you know what I said.
With that being said, I could also see Drake being offered it in the future, maybe 5-6 years, because he could still be hot. But Kendrick is okay with being in the shadows.
Now let me say this:
Drake brought him out the shadows, and now it's like, Drake, you brought me out. Now I'm doing all this shit. You woke the monster. Now the monster's coming to eat, and I'm gonna go back in my den when I'm ready.
When him and Chubb said, "Oh, he don't want to drop. He's scared." I would lose that aged terribly. But
woo. So, but you see where I'm like, if he doesn't, it's like if you got offered to guest commentate a WWE Raw, yes, immediately. That's an artist's dream. It's a halftime Super Bowl. Halftime Super Bowl, the biggest watched sports event in the world, besides World Cup soccer.
Which is crazy to think, but that is true that it actually does draw better ratings
than almost every other thing you could watch on TV, the Super Bowl. Now, almost everyone in the world watches
I do agree with you that I know this sounds crazy, because it sounds crazy every time I say it for some reason. But Kendrick Lamar does have the better set than what I think Lil Wayne would do at the halftime show. Because
this isn't a rap and R&B demographic. This is everybody. You got Saudi Arabians, you got Pakistan, you got Japan,
and you
got everybody flying in. The richest of the rich, the wealthy of the wealthy, the poor of the poor. Save up for this. Everybody's there.
The brokies.
That's why it used to be country. Because, hey, even though I don't like it, I can still nod my head and drink some beer. But now we're in a new time where a lot more people are getting in, R&B, and everyone's more comfortable with it. But Kendrick, I think he knew with how he is as a human, and right now, during the summer, they were the hottest. I could see him knowing, I'm not trying to be in music all like that. I don't want to I'll drop an album every when I want to, but I'm not trying to be the hottest.
Do you think Kendrick drops before the Super Bowl?
No.
I do.
Well, shit. Hold on. I apologize. I forgot how far away it was, to be honest. Hand up, reverse.
And I'm talking about a whole album.
Yes. I think he's ready.
I think it'll happen in December. Around Christmas time.
2 months. Yep. I think, or he does what he did Heart Part 4. He releases like 3 or 4 singles before the Super Bowl. The next day after Super Bowl, releases his album. So everyone hears all the singles, gets the hype. Album out tomorrow.
Do what Usher did.
Because then you have everybody seeing my album's out tomorrow. They might not. Hey, if they like one song during that halftime performance, let's go check out the album.
They know that it's coming. I definitely think he should drop before the Super Bowl.
Well, that's us being Kendrick loves. We are dying for a Kendrick album.
Yeah, that Mr. Morale, it was like we waited for years, and now I need another one. I don't want to wait again.
Yeah, but that's what I mean is like he's okay with being in the shadows. He got brought out of the shadows, so now he's in the light. Shit, let me stay in the light.
And it's great for his.
And then I'll go back to my dad.
Who do you think he brings out on stage? Do you think he brings out Lil Wayne?
No. I hope he at least offers.
I think if he were to bring out Lil Wayne, I think the internet already ruined that.
Lil Wayne has said he doesn't perform with Lisa at shows because he doesn't know the song.
He thinks he brings out Wayne.
I hope he at least offers. I hope Wayne might not accept because he's not the main. So it might be, but I at least hope he extends the olive branch to say, Wayne, I respect you. I respect your city and what you did for this entertainment. If you would like to, I would love to have you come out and bless us with your entertainment and your voice. If Wayne says, "Hey, sorry, all love, it's your show. I wanted my own," all love.
Here's a crazier one, maybe.
But
possibly.
That's
what
how
if
I feel.
I'm going to say something that no one said, and I like doing it. Is there a realm of possibility on God's green earth in any simulation, in any version of it, that he brings out Drake?
I was about to say, what if I literally was going to... I didn't know you had that.
Poetic justice.
To hash it out. To just, hey.
In front of the whole world.
Yeah.
I'm not performing Not Like Us tonight, and it's over. We're good.
I thought about that. I was actually going to mention it. Because I was like, that would be the biggest.
But then it gets a little bit crazier. But then it gets a little bit crazier.
I think Drake's too petty.
Because you know what I think would be even a bigger moment?
I think Drake.
If then you bring out Cole. And the big three stand side by side.
You have about 15 to 17 minutes.
That's fine. One song with Poetic Justice with Drake.
I don't think so.
And then they all do the first-person shooter.
Can't do that song. I guess we'll have to.
Why can't you?
Shooter mode. The NFL will not. It's Apple sponsoring it. It is still the NFL show. This is your performance. This is the NFL show. We are not trying to support gun violence and shooters. Sorry. I love all of you. I love the big three. Tell me. Y'all like LeBron, Wayne, and Bosh. I love y'all. But with how this country is going and all the school shootings, we would not like that song to be played. Actually, we're not saying we don't like it to be played. It won't be played. I'm not saying that's... I don't think... Wayne... That's
so
why
Drake's one, but I'm pushing it if I say Cole comes out too.
No. You got to remember, it's a push because of time limits. Because when you bring out Drake, the world's going to stop. So there's a minute and a half of a roar.
Oh, like...
You can't do a song. You can't just bring Drake out and go right into the song.
Start going right into it.
Yeah, you got to take a minute. There's a minute and a half.
People are going to be like, that's pandemonium. These two are back.
I feel like Drake... He's light skinned. I say this always all due respect. It's Kendrick and Drake's halftime performance. He's not being the fucking second fiddle. It's like Wayne, I could see him doing a sneak appearance, like a pop up. Drake.
If Wayne comes out and you see that cup,
raise, or just say Kendrick does 2 songs or something, and then it goes dark. No, you just of the lighter, and they both come out. That's yes.
Everybody be, oh my god!
Everyone immediately knows. But I just could Drake do a pop appearance? Yeah.
You just hear a lighter flick, and then you just see a bottle of champagne. But you're like, I know what this means.
But going back to my previous statement, I could see Drake being offered in the future still. I don't think Drake's done, or Drake's still in music for the long, still in it. Kendrick is in it when he blesses us. Like I said, he got brought out of the shadows. So now that I got the light, I'm gonna perform at the biggest show in the world. Do you think he brings
Baby Keem out?
No.
Two from Baby Keem.
If anything, maybe Schoolboy.
All right, now
just because he's a homie.
I've seen that.
Because because it would be like you and me. If I get to a great venue, I'll have you run out with a camera just to have you out on that stage with me.
Here's my only.
I don't care if you rap or nothing, but you will be on a stage and be able to just look at the crowd.
Soak in the moment.
So even if it's just him out there.
It would be cool to see Black Hippie up there. I mean, if he get Soul, J-Rock, have the whole crew for a moment. My only issue with that, and this is just coming from, let's just say for 1 second, I'm not a hip-hop fan. I have no idea what any of it is. And I'm just watching football.
That's not their demographic.
And these guys come out. Not only that, you got to worry about the possibility of millions of people going, wait, sorry, who?
But that's why I said,
I know the Kendrick guy. I heard that song on the radio, but who are these guys?
That's why I think he would be he might do a little, shout out Q, and then you see him jump bouncing around. I don't think he's not going to.
They don't have a mic.
No.
Okay.
They're not doing a Schoolboy Q song.
Now, I can agree to that. But Black Hippie jamming on stage with him, that I can see.
Because he's like me and you.
Yes.
Me and Vince.
I see that.
If I hit a stage, if I get off.
But like you're saying, though, it doesn't necessarily mean that they all have to have mics.
Also, I got offered to, hey, we need you on WWE Monday Night Raw Pat. Oh my God, I'm saying yes.
I'll turn down
I
anything. I cancel my own show.
But I would literally be like, can I get 2 tickets right behind me? Oh, for your parents? Yeah. No, it's going to be Luke and Vince. No, fuck my parents. Luke and Vince getting front row seats right behind me. They can't commentate? They're going to be right here listening. Like, because y'all need to be right there with
I'll be
me.
like leaned over the barricade.
No, yeah, I'm going to be like this.
That's a drop toe hold.
I'm going to be like this. Mic off.
That's a German suplex.
Oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, in that aspect, maybe not, I just, you know what I mean, of like he'll be there, obviously. If he comes out or not, I would tell him to. If it was me and you, I'd be like, come out just to see the crowd. You don't even got to. I don't want you doing nothing because I got to do my political.
There was another name that's rumored that he might bring out. Do you think he'd bring out Dre, or no? I don't think he would. I think Dre already had the moment.
Dre, yeah, exactly. Dre,
and I don't know what he would add to the moment.
Nothing.
Other than
that's his prodigy. That's Dre coming out. Is him up there.
Because Dre co-signed him from the beginning.
And helped him grow. Didn't
executive produce Good Kid, Mad City, if I'm not mistaken.
Like, and that's I feel another reason is,
which we know how that album went on to do. I think it sold fairly well.
And it could be Kendrick could be doing it for bigger reasons. It could be like a thank you to Dre. Be like, hey, you brought me here. You got me here. Like, shout out to you. Look what you did. You helped me get here.
I will say, kind of start heading towards the conclusion on it. Really, all I got left to say on it is I love Kendrick. I think it's a great moment. It'll be a great halftime show. However, with it being in New Orleans, given though that we already did talk about how Wayne is a Packers fan, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I do think that it would have been a bigger moment if you had Wayne and he brings out Drake and Nicki.
That's a big hip hop moment though. That'd be a huge hip hop moment.
Both of these are big hip hop moments.
Correct.
I mean, really, I think both of them are big hip hop moments.
They are. Wayne.
I know there was issues that surfaced online, which we talked about that pre-pod.
And
supposedly he doesn't rehearse. He shows up late as fuck. And
maybe not late as fuck. On his own. He's not always on time or when it's set in stone.
He pretty much, you said it pre-pod as well again, but Wayne is somebody that does everything on his own terms. You're not going to say, hey, Wayne, you have to be here by 9. He'll go, that's okay. I'm going to be here at 9:30.
Because at the end of the day.
Oh, we need you to rehearse. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to rehearse. It's not going to happen.
Because
well, what if you did this during the show? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the show how I want to do the show. Well, all right then. I guess we don't have much input here. He's going to show up.
All right. And then their producers and shit are like nervous and anxiety ridden until the show starts or until he shows up, and it could be 2 minutes before show starts. And they're like, "Oh fuck,
that's
are we
going?
I didn't even read that, but I was like, are we about to go live? We got to pause. We got to do. Are we throwing the commercial immediately? What are we doing? Oh, he walked in. Oh, thank Lord.
There was a festival.
NFL's not doing that shit with their biggest show in the world. They're not taking chances with the. And I'm not saying Wayne couldn't.
You know another thing that
I'm not saying Wayne wouldn't or couldn't work with people. I'm not trying to say that at all. But it's like police. Once you get a bad rep, it's hard to get your good rep back.
Really, it goes with life.
Exactly. I mean, but in Wayne's world,
once you get a stain on the reputation, it's hard to wipe that stain off.
Snoop learned it. Snoop's a perfect example. Snoop learned how to do the political and the politically correct shit.
Okay.
The political correct shit. So he could still go make a gangsta-ass album. And if you approach him sideways, I bet he'll slap the teeth out you. Still. Because he don't play that shit. But he could also be the United States of America's mascot for the Olympics.
I love Snoop.
And be on with Martha
treasure.
Stewart on a cooking show. And be on The Voice as
whipping up edibles while 60-year-old white women watch. Like, yeah, cool.
When he was on a case for a murder charge. When he was younger and is a known gang-affiliated member. But he knows how to set it aside and be like, hey, you want me here 7? I'll be here 7. I'll be here 6:45 for you. He knows how to do it because it's a give and take.
And I think Wayne at this age is like...
He doesn't need to take, though. He's never needed to take.
But see,
until now. now it's something he.
Well, I did want to bring this up.
He would like to do this show, but what would you like to do for us, bro? You ain't done nothing through the history.
Well, there's a couple things.
Alleged. I'm not saying he has.
There's a couple things about Wayne that have came out that I will say doesn't help his case either. Which a lot of people forget this. When people were like, I don't understand, like the NFL, like Wayne, he's got this squeaky clean reputation, blah blah blah. I'm like, you do know he's been to prison, right? Like,
and that's the difference.
Like for guns and all that.
Snoop beat his murder case.
Wayne did not.
That's what I'm saying. There's differences.
In fact, there's a very infamous thing of him going, I don't recall that.
Did you perform at this person's birthday party?
I don't remember.
Oh, I do remember that fat ass though.
Yeah, but you don't remember. He's like, nah, I don't remember.
Nah, but that bitch ass was fat. I do remember that though.
So I think that played a part in it. It's the other thing that I also think played a part in it.
You gotta play nice sometimes. And Wayne.
Well, also,
all due respect, he made himself. Like he paved his own way through music, so he's never had to conform to this. Skateboarding took to him. He didn't take. He liked to skateboard, and the skateboarding community was like, "Hey, join us. We'll let you in, even though you're not what we usually see back in the day of skateboarding.
You don't look like Tony Hawk,
exactly. But you know what I mean. He's never had to be like Snoop conformed to be able to be the USA mascot, but he could still slap the teeth out you, and he still don't play no bullshit.
And he's America's sweetheart, where Wayne is not really viewed as America's sweetheart,
and
they don't tend to view him.
And like that's why Snoop got brought out in LA, and it was his show with Dre.
I also got to say this.
Like,
with the Young Money crew, and remember, I love Young Money. I love those guys. I wanted a YMCB.
It's not really Gucci Mane.
I'm still hurt that I didn't
get it. You hire a lot of murderers and killers.
Well,
all your people get arrested.
Here's the thing with the Young Money. You got Wayne with his past charges.
Right.
You got Nikki, who's now a tyrant on Twitter, and her husband is a registered sex offender. And
didn't renew it properly.
And you got Drake, who's now got pedophilia allegations.
So
I don't think the NFL wants that on the center stage.
All due respect to her husband, he wasn't even updating it and upkeeping it properly as he was supposed to the ordinance of the law. He said, "Oh yeah, this isn't a trash payment. I saw this. Ignore it."
I saw this one tweet like 2 weeks ago. They were like, Nicki Minaj's husband is so like it like not in the dark, but they're like he's so like rogue, like he's so like he's never even on social medias, and people are like, yeah, he can't. People are like, yeah, he can't.
It's his fault.
He might want to make a Twitter account. He can't do that.
If he goes on Twitter, he's going to jail because he's gonna open up and see something of a woman.
He's gonna see one picture of JoJo Siwa, and there's it.
You're gonna see a drone strike in Russia chasing soldiers, and they're gonna be like, "Did you like that? I saw you open it. Why are you looking at that? You having thoughts? Yeah, you know, you're coming with us. Come here. Bring that phone too,
dude. I went down such a deep 9/11 rabbit hole that the next time I go to an airport, they're gonna be like, "Nah, bud, you gotta."
Yeah, I drive.
We gotta have you come over here. We gotta talk to you.
Don't worry, I know a pilot. I know a couple pilots.
Good. That sounds like a plane I can bring weed on.
No, I respect my pilots.
Dude, the TSA, I respect my pilots.
No, we're not costing them their licenses, so we can't fly no more.
When I went to Arizona real quick, that TSA freaked me out so much, I thought I had something on me. Like, I went through the thing, and they're like, stop right there! For a minute, I'm like, fuck, I have the gun.
I got the gun.
I'm like, where is it? I'm like, did I boof drugs? Like, what?
That's my penis.
I've never been more scared in my life.
No, for real.
I was like, am I going to a Dubai jail? What is happening?
Walking past those dogs.
I have metal on my belt loop. Why is he reaching for his gun?
You made me take my shoes off. I ain't do it.
I'm seeing this dude go like that. No, don't do that.
I'll lay down.
My hands are up. Don't do that.
I will lay down.
But all in all, though, it's going to be a great halftime show. Kind of bummed that it's not going to be Miley coming out on a wrecking ball, but you know, we can't all be happy. You know, it is what it is. So, with all that craziness that we just talked about, there's still more crazy stuff to dive into. How about we talk about the NFL season, shall we? It's been a really crazy season.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are 3-0.
Yep.
The Steelers are 3-0.
Well,
The Saints have one of the best defenses in the league.
Well, everybody thought Justin Fields was ass. I don't know why.
I did not.
Well, I'm not saying majority of people because they watched Chicago, which was ass.
And they fixed everything but the one thing that actually needs the most fixing.
Their organization.
The offensive line. That
helps too.
That's literally a revolving door that says, hey, whenever you want to sack Caleb, go for it.
Yeah, literally.
Like, we're not going to stop. You just run out on the edge, you'll get it every time, but I promise.
I ain't getting paid today. That's what it looks like.
Like, they're one of the offensive lines in the league where, like, I just want to take a stick and be like, do something. Move.
Are you alive?
Like,
you want to see a dead body?
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
At your mama's Christmas party. But
that's who. I mean, that's how our O-line's going to look this week. We got 3 starting O-line now. Rough day.
Which that's actually part of what I was about to ask you.
That's tough.
Talking to a Browns fan, I know you got the Browns cup. You're a bigger Browns fan than me. I'll give that one to you.
On me.
Literally has the dog tattooed on him. I actually kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put you in the hot seat here, brother. You want Watson behind center, or you want him sitting on the bench, or do you want him on another team? If you're the GM of the Browns right now, you're owned in, you're sworn in, you're the GM.
I want him.
What do you do?
I want him.
You want him.
I also want my O-line to hold up. And I also want my receivers not to drop crucial catches on a game-winning drive.
And you talked about that last
And I don't want them to have a ball hit them in their shoulder pad okay, shoulder pad, that sounds bad, but that's where it's supposed to be. In the numbers, bitch. I don't want it hitting their numbers and popping off for an interception. Now I look bad. No, that's your interception. Put that on his stats. I put it on his chest, coach. Like,
I just get a feeling that Deshaun doesn't care.
I think he
cares more about how he is perceived.
I think
than the team winning the game.
No, he's getting all the interceptions on his stats. He's the one perceived shitty.
I mean,
because
is there not any truth to that?
He is not playing up to good standards because
not at all.
So what did I say earlier with football team? For it to work, you have to have 11 people do their job properly each play. When you're 2 O-linemen, boom, we have like a starting rookie, like not rookie. We have a younger O-line. Actually, I take that back.
We made the Giants D-line look like the 08 Colts.
Our O-line is not meshing well. I will say that. So when you have that, and then your wide receivers, when you're trying to on crucial plays, drop it. Like, I'm not saying wide receivers got to make every catch.
Who was the one that dropped the
I'm not saying you got to make every catch, even though that's what you're paid to do. And I mean, you're one of the top 1,500 athletes in the NFL, like in football. I'm not saying but hey, I'm literally not saying you should catch it every time. I know that's literally impossible. Unless you're like you're Larry Fitzgerald, who has more tackles than drops in his career, which is insane. Well, but he still has drops.
It makes me think about the one time, just real quick, it just popped in my head. When, like you said, it's going to happen, it's inevitable. There was one time where Rob Gronkowski, I saw this clip like 4 months ago. Rob Gronkowski's like halfway up the field. He's wide the fuck open. Tom Brady put a perfect dime right on him, and Gronk literally just fell through his hands.
Yes.
And they looked at each other and just literally went, Gronk looked at the ball and just went,
it's like, shit.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
no way did I drop that bitch.
It happens. We're humans. We're humans. Shit happens. But, he's not getting a lot of help, is what I'm saying. He's not helping himself, but he's not getting a lot of help either.
My thing is just look like you care, man. I don't get that vibe from him. Like, what I mean by that is,
well, he's also dealing with a whole lot of shit off the field, which...
his mind might not be all there, that's fair. But that's on him. See, that's on him, though. He did those things. Nobody said, hey, Deshaun.
Alleged. Those lawsuits were settled. What did they settle, and what were the statements saying? We saw headlines, and we all saw articles, but we didn't see what happened.
I subscribe to the theory that if 30 people came out, at least a handful of them got to be telling somewhat of the truth. I don't think you got 30 people telling pristine lies over here. When all of the stories seem to line up with him doing the same fucking bullshit. There's got to be some truth to it.
I don't know.
Because if I were him and there was no truth to it, I'd be like, you guys are all insane. I'll take you all to trial.
But if it was all true, then he would have been indicted by the jury, and taken to trial, and those women would have been on stand saying, he did this, he forced me to do this happened, that happened, but they all took money. And they're all going home.
If you're Deshaun, you're not going to pay this girl millions of dollars for something you didn't do. Why would I do that?
Because
I never laid a hand on you. Why am I sending you $20 million?
Because it gets it the fuck away. The new one that came back happened at the same time all the other ones did. This isn't a new case. This bitch is just like, oh, they all got money. Hey, he did it to me too. Me too. And I'm not saying they're all lying, but we don't know what we need.
I mean, I'm sure you got your bag chasers, but I'm sure
we will only know if we get to see what those settlements read.
Which you probably never will.
Because there's NDAs. Ain't
that something?
Because
a now non-disclosed agreement.
Because you're not going to go keep running my name in your mouth. When you're what? Okay, yeah, you gave me a hand job, blow job. You didn't say no. You said, oh, this is a Houston Texas quarterback.
That reminds me of that scene in Superbad. Oh, you got with her? Yeah, I got like 3 weeks of hands jobs and a quarter blow job. Who's counting, Evan?
Right. I'm not trying to make him innocent. But if
you're not ready to stain his jacket. Because I got Deshaun in my head as a piece of shit.
I'm not saying he is or isn't. I'm saying what I saw, he didn't get indicted by a grand jury, which will indict a ham sandwich, is the famous saying. Go look it up. I'm not making that up. That is known in the lawyer world as they'll indict a ham sandwich because fuck it. But didn't get indicted by 2. Then, what happened? Okay, Vince McMahon, if he would have paid off that bitch in full.
It's crazy that he didn't. It really is. So that's crazy.
So Deshaun said, "Okay, I'm innocent." Has always said that in media.
And on his burner accounts on Twitter.
And
Leroy Bickerstaff.
So how do I make this go away the fastest? I pay him. I got the money.
Oh, you definitely got the money.
That's why he wanted all that guaranteed, and he got it. But with that being said, if this would have been a new, say this happened, this new one, the most recent one, if it would have happened, say this year in Cleveland or last year in Cleveland, whole different scenario in my mind.
I got a case of the dry eye.
Yeah, I see. But I'm not saying. I feel like if 30 women were truly victims of being sexually harassed or abused, I don't think all 30 are taking money and staying quiet.
Sonny's came out a little early for now.
I don't think all 30 will be okay with just hushing the truth. I think they will go to they'll keep fighting and not just take money. I think they would want everyone in the world to know the truth and not see it as, oh, we took a settlement. They would want it to be seen as, oh, we took him to court, we put him under oath, and we made him admit to what he did wrong. If there is 30, I don't think all 30 are going to be okay with ignoring sexual abuse or harassment, and that makes.
I have never listened to you better than I am right now.
Right.
I am locked in.
It's just, I'm not trying to make him out as.
I just had my eye implode on me mid-live pod.
I'm not saying maybe he was just like, oh, I'll add extra money onto this if you do it. But if they said, oh, I don't want to, and then he kept going, yeah, then there's an issue. But if they're like, oh, you're in shape, you're attractive, I'm already massaging you.
By the way, I'm living like Ray Charles right now. Just continue.
I'm already massaging you, and you're a famous quarterback.
They're like, I need money.
I'll get a little handsy with you.
Woo. Cheese biscuit.
So,
my whispering eye is leaking. Cindy, your eye is leaking.
I feel like the whole society has heard of massage parlors and things having
massage therapy, brother,
having happy endings.
Deshaun said, "Hold on there, dude."
He just had a lot of them.
He had a slew.
Hey, Houston, get down.
He needed that muscle.
Relax.
Really relaxed.
Hey, it was hurting. I need it stretched out.
Oh, God. It's hilarious. Yeah, then you got all the injuries going on in the NFL, too. Which at least Deshaun's shoulder's holding up.
Hey, shout out Kareem back in KC.
Yep, filling in for the great Checo.
Yeah, Pacheco, that's unfortunate, but love to see.
Yeah, I had to trade him for Devin Singletary.
Yeah, I love seeing Reem get a full circle moment though.
Oh, I picked him up actually in the one league.
Yep.
See what he's going to end up doing.
Yep.
I don't think Carson Steele's going to hold down the fort much longer.
No,
I think he's kind of short-lived.
I
mean, he's a good fullback if you're trying to like punch for a first down.
I think Kareem will be playing this week.
Oh, I think he'll at least get some touches. Warm-up touches. I think he'll play a lot more significantly next week, though.
I think he'll be playing this week.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they definitely want to get him on the field getting touches.
Yeah,
and
I think this past week they didn't put him in because he just hasn't gotten hit, really, ever. Like, he hasn't been signed. So it's like, all right, get a week of practice, get the hits on you, get your body good, accommodated, and you're back in the system, baby. Remember your rookie year? Same shit. Let's go. We got Patrick and Travis still. And a lot more receivers now.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy. You got the dude
and
who broke the 40
Rice.
record. Well, that's until hopefully he I got him on one of my teams in my dynasty, actually. I might be trading him soon. I hope he doesn't get popped for that. Remember when the hit and run?
It's already all settled.
I thought there was something that has to happen in November.
Oh, I might be wrong, but I don't.
Like
I
a
feel
hearing
like,
or something?
I feel like that's really. I would feel like that's very odd of the NFL not to put him on a commissioner's exempt list if there's an open.
Well, I think that was part of the reason
or
the
they're
Chiefs
waiting-
got some heat.
Or
Because they were like, well, are you going to sit him or are you going to play him? And Andy was like, fuck it, I'm playing.
Did Goodell sit him? Oh, Goodell didn't think there was an issue with him on my roster?
He could have.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Is if they might be waiting for the police.
I love live programming.
They might be waiting for the police investigation to be ended, and then they'll give their verdict. But you could have put him on a commissioner's exempt list until then, and then it doesn't take up a roster spot, and the Chiefs could still have somebody. And then if he's not guilty, he comes off the list and he's good to go.
Bring him right back. I mean, as of now, it doesn't look like anything's going to happen with the dude. Because obviously, like you said, the NFL is not taking this like. If it was super serious, he wouldn't be playing.
I'm not saying it isn't. They could be.
I mean, yeah, the
They
mother
could've-
and the child being killed is tragic. But in the NFL, though, I think that's what it was.
No, he crashed on the. He just
Killed him, right?
No,
They're okay.
he would not have got. No, it was like his own car. Him and somebody else were racing. They
He
hit
smacked into her.
I think they hit their own. Like he hit the wall, and he just. I think all he did was flee the scene. I don't know if he hit it. I could be wrong.
I thought it was like 2 victims in this.
I think it was him and 2 other people in his car that crashed racing, and he fled the scene running because he wasn't going to wait for police to show up and get
And
at the
he
car.
ran.
Because
he ran so far away.
Well, you all know. You know very
Shout
well.
out Flock of Seagulls.
You know very well if they don't find you at the scene, they can only do so much. So if he's not there when they get there, oh, that is my car. Yes. That is odd how it is looking like that. I don't know. Was I there? My fingerprints are definitely in it because it's my car.
Like, well, we know you were there somewhere.
I don't remember if it was stolen or not. And I don't remember my whereabouts. But that is my car. Like, so I don't know.
How it got involved in that, I have no idea.
The dude who hit that was Raiders receiver.
Oh, the Ruggs?
Yeah, he
That
crashed
dude was going
into
that.
he crashed into a car that killed a woman and a dog.
I shouldn't be laughing, but like when I showed that, I was like, who do you think you are, Vin Diesel? Like,
well, no, that's what happens when you are a car company. That's what happens when you are able to buy a car that has way too much horsepower for an average person. And that man is young. He just rookie. Just got a bag. Said, let me go get a car that can go 200. And
he said, we're going to go 200.
But people don't understand, like I have my motorcycle. People don't understand how those cars, they go up to 0 to 100. Like
now,
that.
see, I'm glad that you brought this up, though, because, like, I know it's kind of a tangent, but, like, I've always been fascinated when people are like, oh, dude, that car can go 320 miles an hour. I'm like, dude, the speed limit's 65.
No, you go to tracks and shit.
Like,
If you have a car like that,
where are you doing that speed at?
Well, when you have a car like that, you have money. That's the Corvette is like the poor man's supercar. That car you crashed in is only like $100,000. So if you have good money, you can get that, and it has way too much horsepower for any average driver. Like that's 600 plus, way too much. Those cars go 300 and shit. Those people usually have airstrips.
Henry Ruggs looked like he was shot out of a rocket. Like that car was.
I think he was going 160.
That car was moving in light years, and then all of a sudden it just hit something.
Yeah. I gotta think about that on a bike, bro. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, imagine being you've been in a car and motorcycle by so they do 130.
And then you just see cops like look at it like, fuck it.
Well, there's a lot of no chase policies because it's more dangerous to chase them. Because if they do crash, more than 10 times out of 10 they're dead. If they do crash at that speed. In a car, you can pit maneuver them and literally roll them, and people live.
Yeah, buddy.
and people live. We die. Bikers die. So they just like, and usually bikes are faster than the police. I'm not saying
typically.
I know for a fact.
Didn't want you to have to out yourself right there, not pull up a chair.
It's just statistics. If you look up the top speed of a police cruiser and top speed of a motorcycle, it's just stats. Numbers don't lie, baby.
Yeah, and you don't want to get the other cars on the road fucked up. You got to stay safe out there, dog. We don't want you getting injuries.
Oh, the Green Goblin.
We don't want you getting injuries, all right? The NFL already has enough of them.
I'm Green Goblin because baby.
So for this next one, I just thought this would be kind of funny going over the TV show that I've been currently rewatching with Wifey, which apparently I did not watch that much back in the day, and I only watched a little bit of it because I didn't remember much.
Okay.
But I just said, yeah, buddy, Cavs are here.
Oh, yeah.
You ever watch?
Jersey Shore, baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
When was the last time you watched Jersey Shore?
When it came out.
Have you went back at all or no? Did you watch it all?
When what those shows I watch, I remember them. So like I'm Italian. So I was in middle school, early high school when that shit came out. Oh, I was on it every night.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, GTL, baby, GTL.
Yeah.
Gabs here.
Gabs here.
Hey, sometimes that's good.
We got a situation. Then you got Dina. You like the boobs? On the intro. But I just figured I'd talk about Jersey Shore for a minute. I haven't been rewatching it.
Yeah, that's a throwback. That's a classic.
Dude, there's so much drama on that show. And, like, I like to think, like, what I would be like if I were on the show. Like, if I were at the Shore House. I would tell you this right now on day 2. Ron and Sam, shut the fuck up.
Dear Sam, I hate to have this talk.
Who wrote the note? You two. Talking to this nigga. You two. Who wrote the note? Fucking Sammy.
She was upset.
I'm the sweetest bitch you'll ever meet. Sammy Sweetheart.
Yeah. I'll go. Stone Cold, baby.
Austin
316.
I'd be kicking it with Paulie and Vinny.
Me and Vinny would be
doing drugs with Sitch.
I already have a best friend, Vinny.
It's funny now knowing like he was on like Xanax and Perks because they're like, Mike, the situation this season's so weird. He's so sleepy. He always falls asleep around the house.
He wakes up angry.
I'm like, first off, that's Xanax.
Yeah.
That's the Xans. And then 2, they're like, why is Mike so fucked up? He only had 1 beer. I'm like, that's the Percocet.
Dad, do that.
Like,
he just likes to work out.
All of a sudden, Sitch is just ripped. Yeah. It's like, well, what the hell?
Steroids. No,
like,
I don't know.
You're like, I can pinpoint each and everything. Who are your favorite characters, though, on it? Like, who'd you like, who you didn't
Vinny and Paulie D.
Vinny and Paulie D?
Yeah.
I like those 2 a lot.
Those are my favorite. Vinny, that's you know Vince. That's almost him.
I was going to say, out of the whole Jersey Shore cast, if I were to compare you to anybody, which I feel like I shouldn't even go down this road.
Me and Vince, my best friend, are very...
I would compare you to Paulie D.
Yeah, but yeah, that's exactly. Vince would be Vinny and
I know this just opened up a bad Pandora's box, possibly. But who would you compare me to on the show?
You're Sitch.
Okay, I'll accept that.
You're Mike.
I'll take Sitch.
I'm not gonna. Maybe. I don't know if you're hitting the GTL as much as Mike.
You know what Wifey said real quick? She said Ron, and I was like Ron. I was like Ron. The angry.
I mean, I went the pillhead, so it's not much better.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take Sitch any day over
It's
that.
not that much better.
I'm definitely Vince would be Vinny.
Yeah.
You'd be Paulie. I'm Sitch, and we just have to find an appropriate Ron. Or appropriate Ron. J. Roller. Joey.
Yeah, I was going to say Joey Cole.
He'd be a Ron for sure.
Back in the day, Joey Cole. Old way.
That's a Ron for sure.
When I got spine busted on a tree stump. Like, I'm sorry, I'm good at football.
All because of one tackle. We're actually talking about, yeah, buddy. Talking about how I've been rewatching Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
So Wifey's making a surprise quick appearance while she attends to our sweet little ray gun over here. Favorite characters on Jersey Shore? Go.
Pauly D and Snooki all day, every day.
Pauly D and Snooki.
Snooki's Corinne.
You said Snooki's Corinne?
My sister. That is her. I'm not even kidding. And Jen is Sammy. I'm not even going to lie.
Who wrote the note?
Me and Jen would throw hands back in the day. Like, she used to clock my shit. I'm not even lying.
Are you friends with her? Tell me now. Are you friends
I'll
with her?
swing.
Sammy, whenever she does this, that's when she's in go mode. You're about to engage in the craziest
I saw
argument.
my sister at a New Year's Eve party that went sour. My sister swung on 3 not grown men, 20-year-olds that were
young rapscallions,
males, and jumped on the back of another and put him in a chokehold. Because she thought they were fighting her boyfriend. And they were on his side. And I was like, what the fuck? But she was throwing them shits. And I had been on the receiving end, so I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't messing with her. She clocked me too many times. She know how to punch. That's for sure.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
so
she never got a boxer break.
Woo! That's insider baseball. If you know, you know. But okay, let me just give my wife a smoothie real quick.
Yeah.
Look at that. Love wins. I pull up the chair. Love wins. Look at me be all gooey and mushy. So
that's how it's supposed to be.
We had we were talking about the, obviously the cast of Jersey Shore, and Ron and Sam always stirred up a lot of drama and controversy.
Yep.
But this next gentleman that we're going to close off with might be one of the kings of controversy. And that is Vincent Kennedy McMahon. The Vince McMahon doc officially came out this week on Netflix.
And I'm telling you right now, don't dive too deep into it because I've not watched it.
I will not. Everything that I'm about to say
fair. I was just letting you know.
Common knowledge.
No,
I do highly recommend checking out the doc, whether you're a wrestling fan or not.
I heard it was had a lot of information on it, and people were very surprised with how many people were on it.
I was surprised at that. The other thing I was surprised about is all of the people that were talking and what they had them talk about.
Okay.
Like, every time they would bring up something, I'm like, oh, I'm surprised they talked about that, but they won't talk about this, right?
Right. They're not good.
Dude, they talked about the Owen Hart death.
Wow, they don't. So they. Okay.
And they even asked Vince, like, so we've never heard your answer, but, like, why would you go along with the show? Now, like you said, I'm not going to dive too deep into it.
Don't say his answer. Don't say it because no one's ever heard it.
I'm not going to say his answer, but I will say this. The show went on.
Yeah.
And
that surely
all
did.
I'll say is that was his call to a T.
Yes. He is the. It's not like Triple H. He is the one. If NFL, end of the day, Apple, Jay-Z, you have some say. And Jay-Z, I trust your music and everything. You run the promotion. End of the day, NFL doesn't want something. It's not happening. So end of the day, Vince McMahon, if he wanted something or doesn't want something, it's going or it's not going.
I mean,
he's that last.
And it shows how many times he did that. So, like, when Wendy Richter lost her infamous belt in the late 80s, so how Wendy Richter lost was she didn't want to drop the belt that night. She wanted to wait. She wanted a bigger payoff. She didn't want to drop the belt.
Right.
Vince, this was the first time a screw job happened. Vince literally went to the ref and goes, look, I talked to her in the back. I forget the opponent's name, but
she's not down.
I talked to her in the back. When she puts her into a hold, he goes, just say that she tapped. Just say that she tapped and ring the bell.
Or else you're fired.
And then did it. And then Wendy Richter, when the opponent went to go grab the belt, she, like, yanked it out of her arms and, like, just walked to the back, and it was super awkward. Yeah. Well, when she walked to the back, spoiler alert, Vince literally walked right up to her and was like, you want to yank it? Yank it right out from you then. Yep. Like, and I'm giving it to her.
And the thing is, she knows it's not the ref. who made that decision.
Same thing with Montreal. It wasn't the ref.
Yeah,
in fact, Earl Hebner didn't even want to do it.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, he has bills too.
So
and he has kids, and Vince will use that leverage. Oh, if you don't, this will happen, and this will happen, and this will happen. And I'll probably buy your house and just destroy it. Because I can.
Now
He's a dick.
Yeah. Now to flash forward, though, to the Montreal screw job.
Billionaire.
That was what Earl Hebner said.
Gotta be. But horrible.
Well, they showed all different perspectives, like during the Montreal screw job, which for those that don't know is when Bret Hart infamously got screwed in Canada against Shawn Michaels before he infamously went to WCW.
Right.
Well, Earl Hebner was asked before the match. He goes, it literally sucked because he goes, they all three came to me. Yeah. He goes, first person that came to me was Vince McMahon. And he goes, it was very early on in the day. And he said, hey, Earl, this is what's going to go down. He's going to put him in the sharpshooter. Match over. Yep. Just ring the bell. And Earl was like, okay. And then he said Shawn Michaels came up to him about an hour later, and he was like, hey, Vince told you, like, the whole plan and everything. He's like, yeah, I know. He goes, I'm going to do it at about the 15-minute mark. He goes, I'll give you a nod when I'm about to do it. And you actually can look back in the match. They show the nod. He's
not happy that he has to do it. Just for the record.
Well, you
can see the tone and body language.
And here's why.
Of Shawn Michaels.
Oh, yeah.
And the ref, but also of Shawn.
Of like, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah. This is fucked.
And Shawn even explained.
I'm sorry. Like, you see it on his face of, I'm sorry.
Real quick, when Shawn was in the back and Bret finally approached him in the locker room, he goes, I just want to know. He goes, was this you? He goes, wasn't my call. And he goes, all Shawn said he did, he went like over there.
Point.
Like, it's not.
All you gotta do,
not me.
Shawn Owen or Bret, sorry, R.I.P.
Blue Beetle.
Bret, once he went to Shawn, he knew he was getting the truth. Like, man to man, I'm coming to you. Is this you?
Like, did you tell him to do this? Like, or have it go this way?
And he says no, and he saw all the body language through the match when it ended. And the locker room, he probably saw the sorrow.
And he automatically knew Earl Hebner didn't want to because right at the end of the match,
Shawn
when Bret stood up.
Have a family, bills, house, car. And Vince used that as leverage. If you don't want to fuck over your friend, I'll fuck you over. And you won't have a job. And he won't. So you're going to screw both of you? All right. Do that.
Well, what kind of...
Cool. I'm still getting paid.
In the whole situation, here's who I felt the worst for, though. I really felt bad for Earl. Because he said at this point, he goes, the pay-per-view's already started. He's like, Bret Hart comes up to me and he goes, can I have a minute? And he's like, yeah, sure. He goes, and this was the toughest point, he goes, that I ever had in my career. Because he goes, I've always been really nice to all the guys in the locker room, and they've always treated me well. He goes, right before the match, Bret Hart goes, man, he goes, I keep hearing rumblings in the back of, like, there's something fishy possibly going to go down. He goes, I just need to know. He's like, you got my back out there, right? And he goes, I had to lie to him. And Earl goes, yeah. He goes, I got your back. And he said, that's why at the end of the match, Bret Hart looked at him. He goes, what the fuck? And Earl goes, I'm sorry, man. He goes, I had to. It goes to your point of like,
he was probably pissed at him for lying to him. And after
realizing what it was,
after seeing the situation and understanding it, the anger wasn't there. He knew
this was a Vince call.
Yeah, that he would have lost his money and his family would have fucked if he didn't.
Which probably made him more pissed than Vince because it's like now you just pinned these two dudes that I like against me. Or now you just pinned me against them.
Yeah, and now
maybe someone that
I had immense respect for as a fellow wrestler, now he hates me possibly because
and I hate him because of how everything just unfolded.
And I didn't have a choice.
And you just made me look stupid in my hometown right in the middle of the ring.
I had a very, very bad ultimatum.
Because like you said,
if I don't do it, I'm getting fired, and you're still getting fired. Because I know I fuck up a match by not giving it to you, by not taking the win. Vince is firing me when I get to the back.
Oh.
And he's going to be pissed that you still have the belt, so you're going to yank. And you're probably fired too, so now we're both out of jobs. And the ref, depending on how he plays it, all three might be out of jobs. And Vince probably said that to Shawn and Herb. If y'all don't do this, both of you are fired.
Oh, if Shawn Michaels goes for that nod and Earl goes, I'm not doing it.
On the spot, fired. New ref.
Like, yeah.
You know the plan, right? Get your ass out there. Go knock out that ref, and you're in.
Oh, can you imagine if Earl was like the guy that was like, hey, like when Brett said that, if he was like, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Hey, under my breath.
They're about to fuck you over.
And he pulled the NFL. Hey, Luke. They're about to fuck you over. And I'm not gonna say when. Probably around the 15-minute mark.
You know what I would have said about Earl, truthfully?
You can't. You can't.
What if I say this? I'm the wrong guy to talk to. Go talk to Vince. I'm the wrong guy to talk to.
If he gets a slightest clue before match and says something to Vince, still getting canned because then it leaked. Vince talked to how many people?
Which, by the way, the only two people that knew that was about to go down was Sean and the ref.
Talked to 2 people.
That was the only 2 people.
So if Brett comes to me before this match and says, "What the fuck do you think you're doing to me?" One of you 2 told, don't give a fuck who. Both of you gone, and Brett, fuck you 2 gone.
Now the belt's vacated, and Undertaker's going to get it at the end of the night. There we go. Easy fix. Boom, boom, boom.
Thank you. I'm still getting money. You're broke.
And other promotions.
So he couldn't tip him off as much as he wanted to, and I guarantee he did.
Oh.
But he couldn't.
When he asked that, there's definitely a sliver of him that's like, man, fuck.
Now,
I gotta lie straight to your face.
It'd be different if it was, if you had a wealthy income already, and you're doing great financially, and your wife has a great job, and you're truly to your morals. Then you can.
Meanwhile, Shawn Michaels was peak coke addiction. He couldn't give up that job.
That shit not cheap. That's why he on the streets.
He goes, you need me to do what? Put who in the sharpshooter?
Huh?
Bet.
All right.
No problemo.
I'm not saying no. I need that check this week.
And then Triple H can carry me out of the bar when I get beat up by 18 Marines that I pick a fight with.
Yo, that's not a good idea. Them boys are trained.
Sean, I don't know how many sweet chins you think you can give out, but brother,
they
you're
give
going to
out
lose
real
that.
hands.
You're going to lose that one. 10 out of 10.
Marines hand-to-hand combat are pretty good.
You could have the whole DX crew with you and you're still getting screwed.
You could have the fucking tank.
The DX tank. When they
8 of them?
WCW.
8 Marines? They're getting in that tank.
Which kind of head towards the close on putting a bow on it, but talking more about the Vince McMahon doc, I think one of the favorite things that you'll like the most about it is the WCW time. When WCW beat them in the ratings for 83 weeks, Vince McMahon held a meeting in the back, and it was the first and only time he ever did it. He goes, I knew I had to change. And he goes, I wasn't at the time keen on like taking input from the roster. He goes, they always seem to have good ideas. He goes, I just held a meeting one day and
throw it out there.
It was like, whatever you guys want to do, start trying shit.
I'm not bringing the umbrella to a brainstorming party.
Yeah, he was pretty much.
He said, let it loose.
And they were like, well, can we just try shit out like on the fly, like on live? And he was like, yeah, let's just go for it, see what happens. And he goes, that created a lot of great television. He goes, but it also created a lot of bad television. And they talked about the infamous
We're not doing that part, but we can do that part.
They're like, all right, this works, that doesn't work. All right. We don't like the mud match. Okay, we're gonna try something else. But it leads all the way up to so like Vince McMahon, he talks about everything over the years.
They stuttered.
But they stop at 2021. Mae Young. And remember, the Dudley Boys gave her the 3D off the stage.
The table.
She had the neck brace on and everything. They had to pick her up out of the wheelchair.
She was like 83.
Took that bump like a champ. Meanwhile, Sable, she wrestled for 8 years.
R.I.P. girl.
R.I.P. the late great Mae Young.
Woof. I know that shit hurt.
But they have Vince speak,
My
though.
back hurts at 30, bro. I'm not even 30 yet.
Oh, she loved it. Remember, she carried Mark Henry's baby in the late 90s. And then it came out, and it was just a hand. That shit was the craziest shit in the world. Yeah. Mae Young gave birth to a hand. That happened to be her and Mark Henry's baby.
It'd be like that.
Prime Attitude Era, baby.
It'd be like that.
But they have Vince talk all the way up until 2021 when all the allegations hit. Then he doesn't talk anymore. Stone Cold doesn't believe in CTE. I thought that was interesting. That was a nice grip that I took from there.
What'd you say?
When they were talking about the Chris Benoit thing, Stone Cold said he goes, I don't know, man. I don't believe in CTE. If you get that many concussions, you must be doing something wrong.
We also did talk about how he did come out and try to correct his perception of it. We'll say.
Yes, that he was more so focused on the in-ring and getting concussions rather than...
If you're getting concussions like that, you're not taking it serious, and you're fucking around, and you're not professional.
And Stone Cold had a few too many before it. That's the thing. They shouldn't have let him drink before they sat him down. They should have just let him talk sober and then get his celebratory drinks in. However, speaking of celebratory drinks, there's going to be a lot of celebratory drinks coming tonight on Sleepless Radio, episode 214. We got Weezer versus Queens of the Stone Age, me versus Danathan Daly. Last week, I did battle Tony Clifton. That went extremely well. He probably won't be returning for quite some time, though. But I must say, SupaFriedSnuka, it felt great having you back in the co-pilot seat with me on Pull Up a Chair, talking about everything that unfolds in this crazy thing called life, a.k.a. the simulation. So thank you for pulling up the chair and joining us. Break the Matrix. Always take the, what was it, blue pill or the red pill? What's the difference between the two pills?
No.
Either way, don't do either of them. Stay off drugs.
Yeah.
El Tigre Tente, your ultimate sensei, your captain speaking. We will see you guys soon on the Sleepless Art for Sleepless Radio. But this was the return to Pull Up a Chair, and thank you guys for being tuned in, whether you're watching live or you're watching afterwards. Hit that like button. Hit that bell. Hit that subscribe button. Hit those comments. Hit that. Flood the algorithm.
Y'all. Stay blessed and less stressed, y'all.
And keep the love high and the hate low. Peace.
Doses.
My eye exploded.
That's no Diddy.